Game number 2, the draft has begun on Sky Temple. Team Blaze with that first pick, first ban. Let's see what they want to deny here. We've seen a lot of Zagara bans throughout this tournament. Blaze has a different agenda when it comes to the draft, though. We'll see what they're afraid of from Panda Global.
You know, a lot of times teams leave the Tyrande ban until the second ban. So the second team has to ban them out because they really don't want to give that first pick. All right, and I was going to say that Blaze likes to just take her out as their first pick, but they're going to go ahead and ban the Muradin. So we'll see if Panda Global choose to take out that Tyrande.
Muradino Cappuccino himself removed from the match. Very, very solid warrior there, limiting the warrior pool here. And I don't think Blaze is too worried about that. Blaze is one of the few teams that you can ban out all the good warriors against yourself because they have such a deep warrior pool. I mean, we just saw them run Diablo Tyrael, whereas very few teams do run that. So they are not too worried about losing out on warriors.
Yeah, the Diablo Tyrael was really cool too. It wasn't ever, I think, really a concern for the Lightning Breath, but they wanted to make sure that he stayed nice and healthy, and they had that revolved around that strategy, and a lot of those chokes, especially that last Lightning Breath, they were able to get a lot of value out of it.
We do see Panda Global taking their time with this ban, already going pretty deep into their time pool, about 30 seconds left. Let's see what they want to deny. I mean, they're thinking pretty hard. Are they okay with letting the Tyrande through, or do they want to potentially do a target ban?
Yeah, that is tough. And that might be what Team Blaze had decided to do with the Muradin. If they want Abathur, Panda Global would know that, and it might be an issue of Tyrande or Abathur here. Or Jaina.
Yeah, that's the Jaina ban coming out. Team Blaze has a tough decision to make. Will it be Abathur or Tyrande? You know, everyone knows Team Blaze is a big fan of Abathur. They run her a lot. They do a lot of these backdoors with Zeratul clones that sometimes succeed, sometimes though it doesn't succeed. So
the math doesn't quite add up.
No, and they end up the throwing games that they had won. We'll see what Team Blaze is going to be picking up here. They got a hard decision here. I mean, Tyrande, many consider to be the best hero in the game, but they're going to go ahead and first pick Zagara.
Interesting. So now Kael'thas and Tyrande are still up to grabs. I kind of liked the style of banning Jaina if they really are just responding to the mind games of Blaze with some mind games of their own, saying, okay, you could get Abathur, but Tyrande will then be up for grabs for us. They're going to grab both of them, and I see no problem with that.
Yeah, Kael'thas, Tyrande, I mean, Panda Global's already got a really great draft here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if it wasn't Team Blaze, I would already call this draft one here from Panda, but Team Blaze does some really weird stuff that catches people off guard, and you know, just depends on how well Panda Global has prepared for it. And we do know that Tyrande is not unstoppable. We did see Cloud9 take down Tyrande yesterday with that Asmodan play.
Right, and they did something very similar where they let it through, and it seemed weird.
Yeah.
And then
there it is. Okay.
We're gonna do Diablo Tyrael. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We'll see if it's going to work out here. The thing about the Diablo is when he does use that Lightning Breath, he's a stationary target where you can get that Hunter's Mark from Tyrande and do a lot of damage. It's very, very powerful. Tyrande is almost considered a soft counter to Diablo, so you know, Panda Global, we'll see if they're able to shut down Claudius this time.
Now, Panda Global with a ban going to take out Lieutenant Morales makes a lot of sense. It really was a big playmaker for Blaze. A lot of times, Claudius getting very, very low on that Diablo, and just somehow, between the Tyrael shields and then the heals from Morales, they were able to keep him alive. And a lot of times when they really needed to be able to burst him down quickly, ETC going to be the counter ban from Team Blaze, leaving Johanna potentially to be picked up for Panda Global.
No, I think Team Blaze is going to be completely okay with that Morales ban. Morales is a much better hero against more of a sustained type style where it's harder to burst down a target. Morales' heals is not good against a blow-up style composition, like a Tyrande Sonya composition here. So the Morales being banned out is probably a good thing for Blaze because they're probably looking to either run Divine Palm or Divine Shield.
Yeah, we've got 2 picks left for Team Blaze, and one will be the support like you mentioned, either Karzim or the Uther. Just depends what Yuj is feeling like playing here. They also do play a lot of Rhaegar. It is one of the favorites of Yuj to play.
I don't know if Rhaegar would be the best pickup here. Ancestral does have that delay. It's a bit harder to land against the Hunter's Mark, you know, focus fire from Tyrande Sonya. So, but they're going to go for it. They're going to try and make the Ancestrals land. We saw a lot of failed Ancestrals. They were trying to be timed as well as they could, but whenever you just secure the kill before it connects, I mean, that's one of the flaws of Rhaegar. That's why in Europe specifically, we see a lot more Karazim there than we do Rhaegar because Divine Palm, you know, can essentially be a better save.
Well, if Blaze has a plan to deal with Toronto and it's some sort of counter pick, pocket pick even, it will be right here. We're going to start to see them dip into the time pool. Do you think maybe it was a mistake to let that Toronto through their first pick?
I mean, in most situations, I would say it's a mistake to give up to Ronda there. But Team Blaze has their own, play styles. They probably were 100% okay with going up against Ronda Kael'Thas, and then that's going to be the Rainer.
Right, Rainer will be the final pick for Panda Global, and now we'll see the final pick. Oh, sorry, Rainer will be for Team Blaze. Panda Global now as a final pick, and it will be Tassadar. Seen them run Toronto Tassadar as the support a couple of times, and it's going to be very nice for them.
We'll see if Panda Global can make a comeback here, as they are on their tournament lifeline right now. This is their last chance. If they lose this match, they're going to be eliminated from this tournament.
Okay, well, Sky Temple will be our battleground. A lot of team fights happening around the temples. It will be a lot of rotations too, especially like in that first phase and whenever there's two temples up, rotating around back and forth between them. A lot of potential to be caught out by teams like Panda Global, who have a really good gank squad style of composition.
Well, getting everyone into the lobby here. We'll see if Team Blaze can make this work. I mean, the Diablo Tyrael did work last game, with that Lightning's Breath. We saw plenty of sanctifications on top of it to make sure Diablo just got maximum value there. We saw that, some of the Lightning Breaths that game weren't as value as you would hope. They were good zoning tools, but they weren't getting maximum damage there. It wasn't until that very last fight when he did have the upgrade at level 20 that he really got some serious value out of Lightning's Breath.
Yeah, that Hellstorm really gives a much better range, and it reaches so much farther. A lot of people went down in that last fight. But yeah, to wait until all the way until level 20, you can't have a game plan that revolves around your level 20. You've got to be able to still sustain up until that point.
Well, guys, will Panda Global be able to turn around right now? We are loading into the game. This is their last chance. Can they tie up the series? Or will Team Blaze move on to the next round of the losers bracket?
We shall see. In the other lower bracket, it will be, we'll have that game next. It'll be Murloc Geniuses and Bob Ross Fan Club. The winner of this going on to face the winner of that. We are into the game.
On the left-hand side of the map in the blue trunks, it's going to be Panda Global. Big impact on Kael'Thas. Saw him playing Sonya. Akaface on Tyrande. B-Kid playing the Joanna. And Michael Udall rounding out the team on Tassadar.
And their opponents, once again, in red, we have Yuge playing Rhaegar, Rafflecopter playing Rainer, Battery on Tyrael, and Zagara played by Jason, Claudius, once again, playing Diablo.
So, when it comes to the solo lane here, Jason can beat out the Sonya. As, Sonya does not just fully lose the lane, but Zagara will slowly push her in. And we do see, 5 members of the team of Panda Global down here, and they're going to be ready for this big push. They've played against Blaze before. They know it's possible. Beatkid's going to come out, try and catch Jason with that Condemn, but they're going to go ahead and fall back as that Earthbind totem did come out from Yuge.
Yeah, that right there shows that these guys know each other's strategies very, very well. The fact that they knew, that Panda knew that was coming. Yeah, that is Corpse Feeders.
Pick up there from Zagara there. Yuge getting very, very low, being able to secure that kill. Nice rotation from Jason to help push them back there. Still have Michael Udall in that bottom lane here trying to clear out some creep and doing a good job so far of trying to counteract the Zagara.
Yeah, Corpse Feeders is a really big fan of OVO Gaming, or OVO Gaming is a really big fan of that talent. It's a 30% reduced damage from non-heroic sources for those Roachlings. So maybe taking a page out of that book if they've scrimmed, or just the fact that it is really nice to have that. It helps you push, especially earlier on, to be able to drop those down underneath the tower and then deal a lot of damage to the tower, looking to take them out and start to get some early game experience.
I mean, Mana Addict again on Kael'Thas. Again, no more Felon Vision. I prefer the Mana Addict as that Arcane Barrier does synchronize very, very well. And we do see a nice push coming out here from Panda Global in the top lane. They're going to conceal themselves this first tower thing. Whatever that structure thing is called, Panda Global got it.
They did.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, you nailed it. Team Play is going to grab one of their own as well in the bottom, and Zagara with those Corpse Feeders did do a lot of damage to the other tower too. Now, first Temple phase spawning, it will be top and mid, and you're looking at which team will have the better level 4 fight. We're going to see both Michael Udall and Jason stay down here. Michael Udall can throw the shield down and try to delay the amount of damage being put on these towers, but still, Jason is a beast at laning down there, and especially with those upgraded Roachlings.
Yeah, Zagara doing a great job in that bottom lane here, and they're going to force themselves onto this point here, but it's going to be Panda Global, the first team to hit level 4. Not going going to be seeing Arcane Power on Kael'Thas this game. It's going to be Searing Arrows on Tyrande. I love this build coming out here from Akaface.
Yeah, the Searing Arrows is really awesome. We've seen Akaface play a couple of different Tyrande builds. It's really cool to see his versatility in knowing that that hero, despite the fact that he's the standard support player, and it's not always a hero played by support players.
Good rotation from BK, but they weren't able to secure the kill on Jason. Look how low Michael Udall is. He has to back. I mean, Jason has done a fantastic job of pushing in this bottom lane here. All the shots from the middle and top are done. Taking a look at the experience, it's just a very slight lead over to Team Blaze.
And very close between both of them, but man, Jason is not letting off this pressure now. We have Johanna with a lower health bar, and even Raynor coming down to help that along too. Raynor picking up the season marksman, so he's been rotating pretty frequently between the lanes, trying to get as many stacks built on that as early as possible.
Well, good rotation so far from these teams. Giants being taken pretty early here from Panda Global. Big Impact going to be able to cap that point. We'll see the rotation from Team Blaze is how they're going to respond. We tend to see the Bruisers time, so they push the top lane as that bottom shrine is spawning, as the second altar rotation is a fixed spawn on the bottom temple.
And you really want to get that creep spread out as much as possible, having the creep in especially those bushes so that you can see the rotations down into that actual temple will be really nice, as well as all of the damage that they have put down onto that fort. If they don't actually just take out the fort, if they can get a minimal amount of shots from that temple, they should be able to secure that and start to put more pressure on other lanes.
Keeping a good eye on this creep spread so far. Jason doing a good job of keeping the vision out there, despite there being a Tassadar on the enemy team. With that Oracle there, especially with mental acuity at level 4, he's going to be really good at clearing out the creep, but most of it is still here.
And speaking of Tassadar, picking up Mule at level 7. Not something you see super often, but here on Sky Temple would be the place that you would see it. And a couple of teams have been experimenting with bringing that back, especially here on Sky Temple.
Nice rotations from Team Blaze as they did cap those Bruisers on the top, the Giants on the bottom, and they're going to be pushing this bottom fort in very, very hard here. The Mule has been thrown down. Did not end up repairing up anything, though. B-Kid getting very, very low here. Does use Iron Skin. I don't know what B-Kid was thinking there. First blood going over to Team Blaze. I don't know if they'll be able to get Psalm here. He gets low himself, but B-Kid going in for that condemn was very greedy play. I think his team might have communicated. Wow, Akaface is going to go down as well.
Yeah, really great overpower to throw her back into the range of the rest of the team, and now they're continuing to go for this fort, and I don't see any reason why not to, especially with the Giants that they have finally taking out the well. And it's really nice to be able to go after this freely, because knowing that their opponents have that Mule means that they don't want to do any just half pressure, half damage on those forts. They want to take them out completely.
Yep, a really big win there for Team Blaze. They got about a half-level lead right now going into the level 10 soon, and the more value this shrine gets, the better it is for them, as now it is working on that middle fort. Again, Gilly, like you said, the Mule is going to be not getting much value right now, as all the structures in bottom and mid are about to go down.
Yeah, really great play from Team Blaze, and with that should secure their heroic abilities as well. Speaking of their talents, they have 3 battle momentums on Zagara, as well as Tyrael and Diablo, so they're really going to be looking to throw out their abilities out a ton in fights.
Alpha Copter going to be pushing in this top lane here, and they have secured themselves those level 10. It's going to be Lightning Breath, Ancestral Healing, Sanctification, Hyperion, and Devouring Maw.
All right, once again, we have the Sanctification and the Lightning Breath. We'll see what kind of utility they can get out of that. For now, 2 forts fallen from the 1 temple phase, that second temple phase, and Blaze has got to be feeling pretty comfortable about that. That's a really nice pickup.
Really interesting pickup from level 7 on Tyrande, going for the extended range on Lunar Flare. With no good follow-up. I mean, you have Gravity Lapse is the only consistent stun that Tyrande can follow up for. Nothing super long range. I think I would have preferred to see Battle Momentum in this game over that.
And maybe the idea is if for some reason we've got like a mounted Johanna who lands like a Blessed Shield or something and she's not quite caught up. Actually, there is going to be a Lunar Blaze right on top of Battery, but the Ancestral Healing goes down. Devouring Maw catches several members into it, and we should see the Lightning Breath maybe on top of that. Oh, actually no, because Diablo is in the bottom lane.
Alpha Copper getting very low. Is the fort going to go down? This will be a quick triple fort here for Team Blaze. Nice Force Wall coming out. He does dodge the Lunar Flare and uses Outer Mouth to get out of there. Battery playing very, very well on Tyrael.
Yeah, that was a really great play from that. Cloudy is just hanging out in the bottom lane, trying to push as much as possible. Creep still very much covering it too, and they've got a significant lead, a full level lead, but we do have heroic abilities finally for Panda Global as well. We do have the Force Wall, should be Phoenix to Shadow Stalk, Blessed Shield, and Wrath of the Berserker.
So I'm doing a good job of defending this bottom lane. Going to get those Giants and help push it in just a little bit. They need to start catching up on experiences. Blaze has about a half-level lead as they're hitting level 12, going into 13 soon. They're going to have a small town advantage as the Shrine should be spawning very, very soon.
Looking at this boss, just checking it out, making sure that neither one is going to be sneaking it. Sneaky tactics could definitely take place from either team, but if Blaze wants to look at controlling this bottom lane with the Giants, oh, Jason, oh, okay, just making more creep tubers.
Yeah, making sure they've got eyes on that. Big aggressive position here coming out from Panda Global. Battery does scout it out there. They're trying to force them off the point. Battle 6 with Tyrael there. There goes the Sanctification. Lightning Breath combo doing a lot of damage. The big impact we saw, and they're completely zoned out of the fight. We'll see if the double pseudo support combination of Tyrande Tassadar can top everyone back up, but Claudius goes for the flip onto Aquaface. He's very far forward. Nice busted shield coming out though to try and disengage for his teammate. And a big 3-man maw there.
Oh, into the Hyperion on top of it as well. Michael Udall does have his E, but B-Kid is going to go down, as did another member, Michael Udall. The only one is going to make it out of the maw.
This does not look like the same Panda Global that we saw yesterday, Gilly. They were playing so crisp and so well synchronized in these team fights, but Team Blaze, maybe they're just getting inside their head. You know, Team Blaze, when you go up against them as a team, you know, you're always nervous because you don't know what they're going to be doing. They have a very unique style, and maybe that's put Panda Global on tilt because this is not how we were seeing them play yesterday.
Yeah, and especially if we have an issue where maybe Panda Global's been losing a lot of scrims to them in the past too. That can totally get into their head as well. There's a lot of mind games that can come in, especially when teams have played each other as much as these two have.
Well, all of the structures from the forts have fallen, and both of these shrines, Gilly, are shooting at the keeps, and it looks like we're going to keep that bottom shrine alive for now, as Team Blaze is wanting to push in the bottom keep with this boss. We saw them take a very early keep in that game number 1. Can they secure themselves a second one?
Be escorting the boss as they move in here. They were looking to get a pickup on B-Kid, but he did have a really good Iron Skin just in the nick of time. Going to use Lightning Breath a bit early, actually, to be able to help remove those towers. Force Wall going to go down, separating Claudius from the rest of the team, but no follow-up just yet.
Bufflecopter looking for the engage on the big impact. When the flare does come out, it's only going to hit the boss, but the keep is about half HP, penetrating around, pushing back Michael Udall and Aquaface there, and yeah, that's going to be a keep falling. First keep of the game going to Team Blaze at 9.5 minutes.
It's so nice too because they can just walk away from that and go straight down to the temple as well, and that puts pressure on some of the other keep structures instead of trying to use that at the same time and wasting some of those shots.
And that other shrine that they did get the full cap up was going mid lane, Gilly, so this is already going to be shooting at a hurt mid lane here, so it's going to give you even more value. I mean, just denying so much of this mule, I don't think it's gotten any value at all this game.
Yeah, they've really got the counterplay on the mule, but this could be it for Panda Global to try to come back. Sanctification goes down and Hyperion as well, and Psalm is getting so incredibly low, has to walk out in the middle of Lightning Breath, as well as Hyperion already gets eliminated, and Dimensional Shift has to be used by Michael Udall just to escape. They're still trying to run away from that Hyperion. Aquaface could go down here. Jason with the chase, trying desperately to get him. He is shielded from Tassadar, but will it be enough? Big Impact is also low, and it will be a takedown on him. Now B-Kid already used Iron Skin, should be the takedown on that battery. Yes, secures that with a great Eldoran's Might.
Michael Udall, Maiko down as well. Rafflecopter stuttering very well. Lunar Flare does come out. Will he be able to get the penetrating now? The shield goes down, but not going to be able to secure that kill. But a 3-level lead here for Team Blaze, and they are utilizing this Tyrael Diablo composition very, very well. Panda Global does not seem to know what to do against it.
Yeah, definitely a great advantage for Team Blaze. A little bit of a thought process going into the level 16 for Rhaegar, but it will be the tidal wave. I mean, wondering maybe if he was looking at that Earth Grasp totem, but didn't pick up the Colossal totem, so it makes more sense to get that.
They were able to push down that wall with Cigar. We saw Jason rotate up, and the shots from the Shrine are going to secure themselves the second keep of the game, 11 minutes in. I mean, Team Blaze is in an insanely strong position right now.
Really great calls on being able to mitigate that mule. Like you mentioned, not really any usage of it at all. And level 20 is in the sights of Blaze, but they've got a little bit ways to go to that. They're going to start to move back out because they want to be able to secure that, make sure that they have that far in advance of their opponents, even hitting 16.
Almost level 17 here as Team Blaze is looking to force a fight, as they do have that talent advantage. Psalm does scout out Huge there, and he's getting very, very low, but not low enough. Sanctification was actually popped a bit early there, and Team Blaze looking like they're going to end up backing out here. Force Wall goes down on the Claudius, though. He's in a bad spot. Hyperion goes out. There's the Lightning Breath. The Ancestral Healing connects with Diablo, and it looks like Panda Global is going to try and back out of here. A nice Lunar Flare going down onto the Diablo, and he is going to be the first to fall in the fight.
Now, maybe an overextension there trying to steal these, but they do get the takedown on Tassadar, and that is huge. Aquaface also incredibly low, and that is the only other support left. Even Som and Big Impact having a problem. B-Kid just trying to keep everyone else off of the rest of the team. Now has to use Iron Skin, and with that down, they could continue the chase.
Laner going for the stun with that bullseye there, and they're going to secure the kill on B-Kid. That's 2 members down for 15 seconds. And how long do we have on the boss? Still 1 minute and 15 seconds, so we can't contest that just yet, but it looks like Blaze still has plenty of camps. The bottom right Siege and the top right Bruiser is still available.
And the nice thing is Diablo came up after just a few seconds too from that death, went straight up to top, cleared out any pressure that might have been threatening them, and also just to help soak up the lane experience.
Taking a look at the map here, I mean, what can Panda, Panda Global's about to have level 16. They're about a half level to go, and that's when they need another opportunity to try and force the way back in this fight. It's going to be a single shrine, so they don't have to worry about having to potentially contest multiple points. It's going to be a forced fight here, potentially in the bottom, but maybe not. It looks like Blaze is looking to rotate up to the top lane.
Yeah, they really need to get the experience to make sure they have that 16 and don't get rotated on somehow from Blaze. They've been looking for a lot of those flanks, especially with the Holy Ground that they have with Tiro. But yeah, I think Blaze has different plans as they start to move up toward these top structures.
Mule is healing up this tower as well as it can. Blaze looking for the push. Panda Global is rotating to try and respond to it. Nice push here from Blaze. The 16 is taken here from Panda Global. Blaze is going to back off and rotate back down.
As the tower goes down, so does the Mule, and that's going to be a cooldown for it too. They realize that Panda Global has 16, and it might be an issue of the positioning they're in. Boss is up as well as the Temple, so there's no need to be just so overly aggressive that they find themselves down here, as they have all of the control and all of the lead in this game.
Yeah, we just need to make sure Blaze doesn't get too greedy here, as they are on even footing here with Panda Global. It's a 2-level difference, but they have to encounter. Plus shield does go out. Lunar Flare connects with Huge. Hunter Smart goes down, but a big mod Divine Shield or Signification Lightning Breath combo here. Huge does heal himself up. Som's in an awkward spot trying to get out of there, but he is going to be the first to fall in this fight. That's going to be the death of Tyrande as well. Big Impact being chased, doesn't get hit by the penetrating round from Rafflecopter. Claudia's trying to shadow charge for it to get in range of B-Kid, and it looks like Blaze might be trying to end the game.
We saw Panda's plan. They really wanted to go after Rhaegar, but Blaze has all of the opening now. 2 team members down, and only Tassadar really to try to help support and keep them alive. Big Impact and B-Kid will be the ones to try to do so too. Blaze looking toward the top lane. They want to go for the maybe a safer kill, going for picking up the keep there and then winning off of the Temple. The Temple starting to be picked up by Rhaegar.
With 3 members alive, especially it being Kilboss and Tassadar, it's very hard to win this fight there. And look how much damage Chain Bomb just did, but they're going to back out there. A light decision to get on the shrine, do as much damage as you can to the top keep, and potentially go do boss as you're about to have those storm talents. The Blessed Shield comes out, they Blaze overextend, Condemn goes out, nice Lightning Breath coming out from Diablo. They do not have their support there with them. Lunar Flare goes out, Claudius is going to fall, but he has enough souls to res.
Yeah, I can already hear the calls basically saying leave him, leave him, leave him, as allowing him to come right back up and making him zone everyone else away with that Lightning Breath, allows everybody to get back, and instantly already they have all 5 members up, and like you mentioned, they can look toward that boss. They have level 20 now. They're picking up their storm talents. Once again, we have Hellstorm for the Diablo. Now it gets a whole lot scarier. Holy Arena is there as well, and then also Storm Shield, Bolt of the Storms for both Raynor and Zagara.
Looks like the point of contention is going to be this boss, and you know, Blaze is completely content with this, as all 3 lanes are going to be start pushed in by catapults. The core is already at 82%, so even if this just ends up being a stalemate for the next 2 minutes, they're completely fine with that, as catapults can end the game for them.
Now that Holy Arena could make a huge difference if they get the Great Sanctification on all of the team. There is the Holy Ground trying to zone out the rest of the team. Michael Udall takes a bunch of damage. Here it comes in. There is the Hellstorm on top. Is Sanctification as well. B-Kid is melting underneath this pressure.
Trying to kite back, and they're still doing a good job. Maw actually connects with no one, but Big Impact in the bad spot there. Nice shields coming out from Aquaface and Michael Udall keeping him alive. Arcane Barrier helping all out there. Blessed Shield comes out. B-Kid getting very low. He's the first to fall in this fight. Big Impact being flanked by Jason, taking a lot of damage himself. Som running away as well. Nice heal from Hughes on the Claudius, and Som should not be able to survive this, and with 3 members dead, Blaze should be able to secure himself as Jason gets very, very low, but they're going to be able to get this boss, and yeah, that's going to go ahead and call the GG. We have catapults pushing the core here. Big Impact is going to try and defend, but with the boss being taken, Michael Udall is trying to stall this out. Nice force wall coming out from the Tassadar. Claudius gets hit by the Lunar Flare, trying to burn him down. Don't believe he has enough souls right now to res at the moment, and that will be the boss. And with the Mercs pushing this bottom lane here, with that boss as well as catapults, I don't think that Team Panda Global can end this, or save this.
20 seconds until we have Zonia back up.
Double shrine too.
Diablo was caught though and will get taken out, and he will be right back
souls,
up.
yeah.
He has the souls once again. So now with like you said, it's going to be incredibly difficult to try to hold this for Panda Global.
The Mule is on the courts, finally healing it back up to 100% here, but can they hold off this boss pressure? I don't know. It might just be a little bit too late. They have all 5 members back in the fight. Holy Ground goes out, Sanctification, and they're focus firing down the core. Shadow Shock has been used. They're doing the best they can to clean up the members of Team Blaze, but the boss is still very, very healthy. And we have shots from Jason in that middle lane going for the core, 50% there. They're starting to clean up, but that's going to be GG. Team Blaze is going to take the series 2-0.
What a fantastic showing from Team Blaze to have their first set on the stages come in and be able to take a 2-0 right there.
Yeah, really, really well done. They didn't get to play on the main stage yesterday, so it's the first showing here, and they played very, very well. You know, we saw, the little bit of love there between Rafa Copter and Michael Udall at the start of the match. They're great friends. They're immediately going over there to shake their opponent's hands as, despite being opponents in this matchup, they all get along very, very well.
Yeah, they're very good friends. There's the hugs as well from Michael Udall. Oh, the love is real in the Heroes community.
Yep, these guys are all great friends, and, they put a really good matchup in there, and I'm really, really impressed with how Blaze played this match. They did fall early yesterday to Murloc Geniuses. There was a bit of nerves on the side that they said, but today they looked pretty good.
Yeah, and a really cool idea, even very Blaze style, to pair the Diablo and the Tyrael together. But with that, guys, we're going to take a short break. Pretty soon we'll have an interview with the Victors too, I believe. But after that, we're looking at the match between Murloc Geniuses and Bob Ross Fan Club. Don't go anywhere.